Yo, what's good, YouTube? This is Jay from TNJ, and make sure you hit that like button. And we're starting out this video with a big decision here. Not really a big decision for me. I'm not taking any risk with Alex Smith. I think I'm going with Joshua Dobbs. He gets double XP, and it kind of sucks because he's not quick development, so he won't get that much XP, but he'll get double. But we are going up against the Bills, so let's just check out the standings real quick. So a lot of these divisions are kind of upside down based on where they would be in real life. I'll show you what I mean in a second. The Ravens are 9-3. So in the second year of Lamar Jackson's career, he's got this Ravens team at 9-3. But then look at the rest. The Browns are in second place and the Steelers are in third. So looking at the AFC South, I think this is no surprise, but seeing the Jaguars, I don't think they're going to be 5-7 in 2 years. That's kind of hard to believe, but the Titans are first place there. But this is where it gets funny. The Bills are actually first place, and you've seen the Bills play. They have a pretty good defense, don't get me wrong, in real life, but I mean, it's just not all there for them. It's their offense still needs a lot of work. Josh Allen's still getting better, but at 6-6, they are on top of the division. 4-8. Look at the Dolphins. They fell off. They are on a 5-game losing streak, and look at the Jets. They are on a 7-game losing streak. I would actually think that the Jets would actually be the best team in this division come maybe 2 or 3 years down the road if Tom Brady is gone. But I don't know. We'll see. In the AFC West, the Broncos are on top 8-4. It's kind of a surprise. You would think the Chiefs would be there with Mahomes. But, Madden's going to Madden. So looking at NFC North, the Bears, like I said, this is pretty funny, but they're in first place. I imagine the Packers are going to take over that number 1 seed. The Falcons, no surprise here, 11-1 though. Having a really good season. The NFC East, the Redskins, we are leading the division. And the Cowboys and Giants actually having 2 really good years, with the Eagles actually in last in our division. Then checking out the NFC West, this one's no surprise. This one's probably the most realistic here. I think the Rams are going to be the best team in that division for a lot of years to come, and Seahawks probably going to be number 2 with the 49ers also in the mix. So I do want to take a look at receivers before hopping into this game. I want to kind of look at the 3rd round and below. I don't think I'm going to draft a receiver in the top 2 rounds. I just don't think that I'm going to reach for a guy like that early on because we have receivers locked up on our team now. But a couple guys I want to look at. Juwan Johnson, I just unlocked his ratings. Look at him, A- spectacular catch at 6'4". He's probably projected to go in the 3rd round, and the projections are pretty close to what they really go to in this game. So not really there's not a lot of people that that are projected to be 3rd round, and then guys reach for them and teams reach for them and they go in the 1st round or go in the 5th round or something like that. It's usually true to life here. So looking at some other guys here, 6'3", we kind of want to go for size because we don't know if we're going to bring back Josh Doxson. I don't really know, but let's look at this guy, JJ Arcega-Whiteside. So let's just look at him. He's 22 years old, 6'2". Oh, I like him. So 6'2", he's got A- spectacular catch. That's pretty good right now. So let's actually add him to our draft board. Let's keep going down the line at some size. So 6'4", David Sills out of West Virginia. He's pretty solid as well. But looking at JJ Arcega-Whiteside, he's pretty good at A- spectacular catch. He's a little bit better, so I'm going to not add that guy. But look at this guy, Colin Johnson out of Texas. He's 6'6". And look at this, spectacular catch at B+, B catching, and B release. Let's add him to the board at 6'6". That's going to be funny. So Nick Westbrook, remember our Indiana dynasty from NCAA football? That was our first dynasty. And I like Nick Westbrook. He was a slot guy. He's 6'2". He's got some good size. So let's add him to the board. Let's see if he's going to be there in the 5th round. So a couple of other guys I do want to look at. Like I said, I want to look at some size. Tyree Cleveland, he's 6'2", out of Florida. He's touted as a deep threat, but look at him, B+ spectacular catch. There's a lot of good receivers in this draft, and he's projected to go in the late 6th round, so let's add him to the board. I like him. And one guy I did see here, Hakeem Butler, but I added him to the board, but now I'm looking at it, Tyree Cleveland might be a little better here because look, catching traffic at B- for Hakeem Butler, and for Tyree Cleveland it's a B. So I'm actually going to remove him from the board, and let's just look at these other guys here. Utah, Raylon Singleton, it looks like he's C+, not too great. Let's look at tight ends with the rest of our points here. We do want to get a tight end. Let's unlock the rest of Isaac Nada out of Georgia. He's okay. He's okay. Nothing really too great. I want to look for a guy that has something that's really, really good. This guy's a B- catching at 21 years old. I do not know how to say that last name, though, so I don't know if I'll draft him just because of that last name, because it's pretty hard to say. And then Drew Sample. So he's 23 years old, 261, though. He's a big guy. So we probably want to unlock some more tight end ratings in the future, but let's hop into this game. So a lot of you guys have been saying that we don't know if Dobbs is going to be our future, and a couple of names that have been floated around. Russell Wilson's even been floated around a little bit. Going through the draft has been floated around. Trubisky, I floated that question. Even I had some mixed feelings on him, but coming out into this game, we thought we were going to be facing Josh Allen, but instead, we are facing Teddy Bridgewater. You can see, I didn't realize that Teddy Bridgewater is still pretty young. In real life, he's 25, and in this game, he's 26 after 1 year. So Josh Allen gets pretty much benched after his rookie season last season. So now they did sign Teddy Bridgewater in the offseason, as here is Charles Sims getting the handoff. They actually signed him as well, as they actually had a pretty big offseason. They signed a bunch of new guys. You'll see some of them in this game. Some names include guys like Clay Matthews, guys like Dante Fowler. They had a big offseason. So here they are to start this game. You can see they are on a roll here, as after that long run by Sims, they're picking up a couple of first downs as they try to run the ball that time with Sims, but they do get stopped. So now on a 2nd and goal, here is Hill, the rookie, and he breaks a tackle, and he gets in for the touchdown. And that drive seemed pretty easy, as our defense definitely broke on that one. But now here comes Joshua Dobbs, and I think this is kind of his audition tape. Can he be the quarterback of the future, or will he be just the backup quarterback of the future? We don't know. We traded for him hoping that we can develop him a little bit. He hasn't developed as quickly as we'd like, but I still want to develop him nonetheless. So here on a 3rd and 11, getting it across the middle, but that's going to be short of a first down to Mike Perkins, the undrafted rookie, as he gets some playing time while a couple of injuries have been happening, as he's actually an audition too. I mean, is he good enough to replace Joshua Doxson? I don't know. You never know. So now here we do punt the ball away to the Buffalo Bills, but they can't pick up a first down. So now we get the ball right back, and here is Darius Geis trying to get a handoff, but they have a good defense. There's Clay Matthews. There he goes, the new signing to the Bills, and he gets the tackle in the backfield. So now on a 3rd and 13, throwing the ball to the left side, and Vernon Davis cannot hold on to that one, as we probably had an open guy on the right side of the field, but we do end up making that pass and punting the ball away. So now on the ensuing drive, there is Zach Brown getting in for the sack, and I love to send that play. It's a cover 0, especially when on play action fakes, we always get him in those situations. But here's Teddy Bridgewater trying to run the ball this time. Look at that zigzag cheese as he picks up 10 yards, but they do end up punting the ball away back to us. So now back on our offense, there is Dobbs finding Mike Perkins on that play. Nice throw that time. So now on a 1st and 10, here is Chris Thompson picking up 7 yards, and that is a nice run from the receiving back there. So now on a 3rd and 2, picking up the first down, but look, there's a flag on the play, and that's going to take us out of field goal range. So now on a 3rd and 12, throwing the ball across the middle, barely getting back into it at the 36-yard line, but that was going to be 2 yards short of the first down. But luckily, we do have our backs, the win to our backs, and we do end up making that field goal, making it a 7-3 game. So now the Buffalo Bills do get the ball back, and here running the ball with Charles Sims can't pick up anything. So 3rd and 14. Here is Teddy Bridgewater throwing across the middle, but that one's going to be a nice deflection that time by Monte Nicholson, as he forces the punt, and we come back out on offense. So here is Vernon Davis. He's actually filling in for the injured Jordan Reed. Jordan Reed, remember, he got injured last game. He's actually going to be out for a few weeks. No surprise there, because Jordan Reed gets hurt in real life. But on a 2nd and 13, throwing the ball to the right side, and look who's there. Tre'Davious White, the man out of LSU who had a monster rookie season, he comes up with the pick 6 on that play, and that is going to make it a 14-3 lead here for the Bills. Pretty surprising here. I mean, they're the division leaders. We didn't think they would be that good, even though they are the division leaders, but they're showing us some things here in this game. So here's guys finally getting some positive yardage on that carry. So now on a 2nd and 2, rolling out to the right side. Dobbs getting hit as he throws, but Mike Perkins is there as he keeps his feet in bounds and holds on to the ball. So now a 2nd and 5 inside the 30-yard line. Here is Dobbs once again rolling out to the right side. A lot of room to run, and he's going to slide inside the 10-yard line as we are closing in on 5 minutes left in this first half. So now on a 2nd and goal, here is Dobbs finding some more running room, and he's going to dive, and he's just going to be 1 yard short as we get it down to a 3rd and goal as Darius Geis finishes off the drive with a touchdown, and that is going to be 25 touchdowns on the ground from our running backs as we are continuing another big season running the ball. So now back out on defense, down by 4 points, trying to stop Teddy Bridgewater. He's been putting together some pretty good drives as Charles Sims gets another handoff, and that time breaks a tackle, and he's at 50 yards rushing with 8 carries on that one. So now on a 2nd and 1, here he is running behind us. Blockers picking up a few yards as we close in on the 2-minute warning. So now at the 27-yard line, under center, throwing the ball across the middle. That's a dangerous throw, but that's actually going to be completed to Charles Clay. So now on a 1st and 10 at the 16, another great running lane for Charles Sims to run through, and he's just running all over us in this first half as it's now under a minute left, and that's going to be a wide open receiver across the middle and a touchdown here for the Buffalo Bills as they now give us 50 seconds left, though, with down 11, and we're going to drive the length of this field. We got all 3 timeouts, and on the first play, getting it out to that's Vernon Davis, and he's going to drag his feet, hold on to the ball. So now with 40 seconds left, here is Dobbs running the ball and sliding past the 50-yard line as now we are down to 27 seconds. So 30 at the 36-yard line, here is Joshua Dobbs rolling out to the left, going to find some running room and take a big hit, and that is going to be a late hit on that one as we get helped out from the refs as we move into the 15-yard line. So now 8 seconds left, trying to throw one play into the end zone, and we didn't quite get there, and we do settle for the field goal here as time expires in halftime, and we actually are down by 8. So now to start the second half here, I mean, we just need to put together some nice drives here, and we're kind of just rushing things a little bit, throwing the ball a little too much, need to run the ball, but Geis has been getting stopped. So now here on a 2nd and 10 under center here at the 29-yard line, throwing the ball deep, and we don't see the safety, and that one's going to be picked off by Jordan Poyer as Dobbs makes another mistake in this game and another interception as Buffalo takes over at the 50-yard line. So now on a 1st and 10, throwing the ball to the left side, but that's the veteran Derek Johnson in for the pick, and he doesn't get many of those as he's not in all the snaps. He gets in just like maybe half the snaps because remember DJ Swearinger plays in that sub linebacker role, and he gets in for the interception. So now facing a 3rd and 14 back out on offense, but there is another new acquisition, Dante Fowler. He gets in for the sack as we had to punt the ball away back to Teddy Bridgewater and this offense. So now here's Charles Sims coming back out on the next drive, picking up 11 yards on that carry. So now on a 1st and 10 here from the 31, play action from the shotgun, throwing the ball across the middle. And he's going to find Kelvin Benjamin for the first time that time, beating Quentin Dunbar. So now on a 1st and 10, another play action fake, throwing the ball across the middle. Another interception in Derek Johnson's hands. And this one he can't hold on to as now we get him down to a 3rd and 10. Here is Teddy Bridgewater rolling out to the left side, but Jonathan Allen is going to be there for the sack as we do force another punt. So now down by 8 still. Here's 6.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Here's Chris Thompson getting the catch across the middle and almost to the first down. So a couple of plays later, we do end up picking up that first down, and we run a play action fake, and look who's open in the flats. Vernon Davis filling in for Jordan Reed as he picks up the first down. So now at the 43-yard line, here's Geis with a nice block that time by Vernon Davis out of the backfield, and he's going to pick up the first down on that one. That might have actually been Sprinkle on that block, but nonetheless, nice block. So now on a 3rd and 7 at the 31-yard line, throwing the ball across the middle, and Josh Doxson is going to pick up the first down as we move the chain. So now at the 24-yard line, here's Joshua Dobbs just rolling out just a little bit, and look who's there, Clay Matthews, the new signing this offseason, and he comes up with the sack. So now on a 2nd and 19, throwing the ball deep to Vernon Davis, and he goes up and gets it. He put on the double move, the stick route on that one, and he comes up with the touchdown. So we do have to end up going for 2, and look at Mike Perkins in for the 2-point conversion. Nice slant route on that one, as now we tie this game up, and it was kind of getting a little ugly as now we're back out on defense, but Deron Payne getting in for a sack there. Remember, he led our team in sacks last year with 7, and there's another one added to his total. So now on a 3rd and 15, throw the ball to the right side. Teddy Bridgewater cannot hit his target, so now they punt the ball away to us. So now here's Joshua Dobbs back out on the next drive, using his legs, getting out of the pocket, playmakering his guy up the field, and that's Vernon Davis once again. He is having a monster game, as that one puts him over 100 yards on that one. So now on a 2nd and 10, close to the 38-yard line, here is Darius Geis not being patient enough, had the blocking there, but the pitch does not go for a first down. So now on a 3rd and 5 at the 33-yard line, here is Dobbs under center, but throwing the ball once again to Vernon Davis, picking up the first down catch on that one. So now on a 1st and 10 from the 20, here is Geis getting the handoff and dragging the linebacker close to about the 10-yard line on that one. So now here on a 1st and goal at the 9, not getting much on that one. So now 3rd and goal here from the 8-yard line, throwing the ball across the middle to Vernon Davis once again, but that's going to be dropped, broken up by the cornerback. So we do have to settle for a field goal on that one. So 8 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Can we come up with a stop? Here's Teddy Bridgewater getting it out to Sims on the first down, only picking up a few yards. So now on a 2nd and 5, throwing the ball out to the flats, and that one's going to be stopped before the first down. So now 3rd and 2 as this drive continues. Teddy Bridgewater from under center, throwing the ball across the middle. That was going to be broken up by Troy Apke. He's having a great year here, his 2nd year out of Penn State, as we do force the punt on that one. So now here is Dobbs trying to get the ball to his receiver after being open but getting hit on the throw, and that one's actually going to be short. So now on a 3rd and 9, a great back shoulder throw to the outside, that time to Joshua Doxson, and that's going to be a first down. So now on a 2nd and 7 here, a couple of plays later, almost 5 minutes left. We're trying to milk this clock a little bit as we do pick up a couple of yards on that one. So now on a 3rd and 5, look who's open on the swing pass. That's Chris Thompson coming out of the backfield, and a first down as Joshua Dobbs is only completing 50% of his passes on 38 attempts, so maybe a little too much, but we are getting it to our running backs. But look, we're not getting anything. Chris Thompson has 8 rushes for 10 yards, but now on a 2nd and 13, there's Darius Geis getting in, and we finally break one as he puts on a move on the cornerback and gets in for the longest run of the game for the Redskins, and he gets in for the touchdown, as now we are just like that up by 10. So now here is Teddy Bridgewater. Can he mount a comeback as he starts out giving the ball to Charles Clay that time. That was a nice touch pass over the top of our defense and picking up the first down. So now another touch pass, trying to get the ball over the top of Monte Nicholson, but he has the ball in his hands and drops it. So now on a 3rd and 5, here's Bridgewater throwing out to the flat, and that's going to be a first down as this drive continues as they run this no huddle offense. So now on a 1st and 10, here's Bridgewater throwing out to the flats once again. Kelvin Benjamin making the juke and moving the ball inside the 30-yard line. So now facing a 3rd and 13 now after a couple of hurry-ups here, throwing the ball across the middle, and wide open is Kelvin Benjamin, and he misses him. That one probably would have been a touchdown, but he slightly overthrows him, and they do have to settle for a field goal. But Connor Steffens has other ideas as he comes up with the block, and that one seals the game. We run the clock out, and look at Connor Steffens there for his 3rd blocked field goal of the season, as that one solidifies the win as we go on to win this one by 10. And you can see Deron Payne has an upgrade after this game, and you can see he's just turning into a monster. 85 overall in his 2nd year already. He's quick development, 96 strength, 88 block shed, 80 power moves, 89 tackling. He actually has decent speed for a defensive tackle at 76. But Joshua Dobbs, I don't think he was very, very impressive in this game. He definitely had some issues throwing the ball accurately, but it was a tough Bills defense. I want to give it up to them. They were in the division lead for a reason. And look at the game that Vernon Davis had, stepping up for Jordan Reed. He actually had a really, really big game, and that's something to look up at because we need some depth there at tight end. But Zach Brown had a big game. He had a sack, 3 tackles for losses, 11 tackles to lead the team, as Monte Nicholson actually had a pretty big game too, 3 pass deflections, as I just thought this was an overall pretty good defensive effort. I liked what I saw from a lot of guys. Derek Johnson even got an interception. But this is something to build off of. We got 3 games left in this season, as we have a couple of division games left, just getting ready for the playoffs, and Alex Smith coming back possibly. So hit subscribe, hit that like button, and you don't want to miss any action coming up. So stay tuned. Let's get it. Let's go.